Hi, I'm George Schwartz, founder and CEO of EquineDx, a company focused on developing a stall-side PCR diagnostic testing platform that provides the gold standard positive-negative diagnosis for any equine disease that can be tested in a lab. I'm also the inventor of the technology. Importantly, we have not invented a new technology, but rather we have reconfigured the workflow of PCR technology in a manner that will prevent anyone from developing a comparable system which can come even close to matching our cost. The process includes the collection of a sample from a horse that may have a particular infectious disease for which the equine vet is suspicious. Next, the sample is placed inside a cartridge, which then interacts with the analyzer. Dr. Joe Bertone, a world-famous equine veterinarian, will discuss this shortly. Our patent application for this is both a utility and design patent. It has been filed by our patent attorney, who has represented 8 Nobel Prize winners and who has issued us an opinion of patentability and also freedom to operate memo. The market for this is global. Our customer acquisition costs should be nominal, as we know the names, addresses, phone numbers, and emails of every one of the 20,000 equine vets around the world. My go-to-market strategy is to give away the analyzer in exchange for the equine vet purchasing 30 cartridges. That price will more than pay for the cost of the analyzer, giving us an installed base worldwide for a very low cost, actually a profit. Our addressable market is annually at least $500 million just for doing a few panels that we have initially contemplated. I'm seeking $10 million from investors to develop the working prototype. I've had conversations with industry leaders about the possibility of entering into partnerships, but I don't think that's the right way to go. I think if we take capital from interested investors and can develop this ourselves, we will have the possibility of realizing a much more significant outcome in 2 to 3 years. I look forward to your interests and inquiries. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Joe Bertone. I've been a veterinarian for more than 40 years now. I have written multiple journal articles. I have spoke in almost every country in the world where there have been international meetings. I've done well over 300 presentations. I have over 100 first author articles and book chapters. And what I'm here today to do is to talk to you about this, what I think will be a groundbreaking piece of equipment in veterinary medicine and really help the health of the horse and increase the ability of owners to own horses at a better price point and issue, as well as to reduce outbreaks, help with outbreaks of certain infectious diseases, etc., like nothing has ever happened in the past. And one of the things was I had moved to Colorado to basically, kind of do the things I wanted to do. And then a friend put George in touch with me, and I decided to help George do this. What happened is that 40 years ago again, someone told me that someday we would have this technology, and I told them it would never happen. And that's what drew me out of I won't say that. That's what drew me out of my time in Colorado to come and help get this done. And what this unit does is it provides a diagnostic technique next to horses that's probably the most landmark thing that's been done in as far back as I can possibly remember. Maybe the second thing behind this would be ultrasound and radiology done in the field. Basically with this, one of the biggest problems veterinarians have, especially equine veterinarians, is that they work in the field, they collect their samples are sent to laboratories to be analyzed, and it could take days to get results. We can see this when we have closures of facilities like Del Mar Racetrack, where we're at right now, that we had to wait for results before you could move on a horse, or a horse could move out of Del Mar or whatever because of an infectious disease. And this happened at Santa Anita, and it's happened in multiple racetracks and stable facilities across the country. So what I can do really simply is rather than collect the sample, put it into, go back to my office, have it sent off, wait a week for a result, and that result costs much more money. What I can do is take the horse, I can draw a blood sample, I can do a nasal swab, I can grab some feces, load it into a cartridge, put it in this machine and have an answer in 20 minutes, which makes a huge difference for veterinarians. We were recently at the equine practitioners meeting. We interviewed several people and who said the same thing, that this would be a landmark, because again, I can do this horse side, I can apply therapy. Versus in the past, I have to take that sample, it takes days and days to get the result, then I have to come back. So the owners spent quite a lot more money, and also the horse has gone a period of time without treatment that it ought to get, other than the emergency treatment that it needs. So I'm really glad to help this project. One thing that's really important, obviously, is income, and we don't talk about those things that often, almost as if we're embarrassed about it. But the reality is if I took a nasal swab for this horse, sent it off to not counting anything else, the test alone would cost me almost $100 for the test. And that doesn't include the time to pack, the shipping, and everything else. And so usually a doctor has to break even, has to charge somewhere in the area of $175 to get one sample done.